Come on then, dude. Right, guys, battery is not going to hold. Unfortunately, now I can't get over the fucking bloody bridge again. Look. So now I've got to walk all the way over. No, it's closed. But what I do have, sorry, Don, is obviously the doctor would ask for a specific letter, which was basically proving my EDS. 2 seconds, dude. We're going over this side. And now they obviously printed up the wrong thing. So I have it now. So I actually have the correct letter. Come in here a minute, dude. Come in here. Throw the balloon in here. So I can look after your balloon. Yeah, Mummy's going to look after your balloon. Come in here a minute. I'll look after your balloon. Throw your balloon against that window a minute. Can you throw your balloon? So very, very quickly. So this is from Royal Bath Hospital. Many thanks for referring this 38-year-old woman who I saw with her partner at the rheumatology clinic this afternoon. I note she is currently 37 weeks pregnant. Her pregnancy is progressing well. She has had musculoskeletal symptoms with reoccurring subluxation and a number of joints since childhood. I understand she was diagnosed with EDS by Professor Bird in Leeds, aged 32. She has widespread meniscal symptoms, intermittent and variable, but presents most at the time. They are unrestricted to the joints. Subluxations have occurred at a number of the finger joints, shoulders, knees, patella, ankles, and current interverse injury. She suffers from a number of cardio symptoms that I understand are thought to be secondary with POTS. Kelly informs me that you are in process of making an appropriate cardiology referral to confirm this. She is also under the neurologist waiting for MRI scan to consider a diagnosis of Chiari syndrome. Despite her musculoskeletal symptoms, her past medical history, which I note, she describes her general health as good. While she's been under analgesics and whatever drugs in the past, she has not found these helpful and is currently on no regular medication. Critical examination confirms the hypermobility benign score of 9 of 7 and positive Brighton criteria. There are no secondary features. There are no there is actually scoliosis. There has the thing's already pulled up, scoliosis. She has normal skin, and then this is just normal stuff again, so no evidence of Marfan syndrome. That's what they're saying. There is no evidence of an established arthropathy or synovis. So that's just looking at all the things that could come together at some point in my life, but I'm not there yet. It's all about making sure it doesn't happen. Somatic examination was otherwise normal. I have confirmed the diagnosis of joint hypermobility syndrome. I would be happy to consider a therapy-based treatment program here at Bath. I might move to Bath, guys, once Kelly has had her baby, recovered appropriately, and logistically would be able to attend with appropriate support for her baby. She will contact me when she feels this is appropriate. So this is all my life's ever been about, guys. Just literally doing my physio program for a condition that is real and making sure that I have childcare for obviously the program. And that's it. And they've made a mountain out of a molehill, and people have turned me into a criminal. People have turned me into a paedophile, a child abuser, a child trafficker, a narc, or whatever. And it was just literally that I just needed to go to the hospital and have this program and start things properly and have the proper things to check, and whether or not it was at the level that was getting severe, or we could try and manage it. I just needed childcare. But unfortunately, I didn't have anyone around me that believed me. I didn't have anyone around me supporting me. I live quite an isolated life on my own. I battle my challenges. I deal with what I deal with. And I've just always pretty much been on government benefits, trying to find the right help and trying to find a way of working so I can pay privately. And when you pay privately, I can take my kids, you know what I mean, a bit more. And when you pay privately, I can pay somebody to be there with my kids while I'm doing stuff, which is why I've always said I just wanted an au pair. And then it didn't matter if I needed childcare for hospital appointments or work, then my au pair was there for whatever I was needing. This was with Aaron and Faith. But the situation hasn't changed with Elijah and Shiloh either. And I certainly don't have a supportive partner. I certainly don't have a partner who believes that I have EDS, especially because he's seen me dance and roller skate. But it's not personal to Dean. All my exes have done this to me. Even friends have done this to me. You try to explain the condition to them. They think they get it, but they don't. You know, what if I had epilepsy? You know, if all of a sudden I went into a fit on the floor, are you going to call me an actress? Are you going to say that I'm faking it, that it's not real? Because if you left somebody in that situation, then, you know, same as an asthma attack. What if you're friends with somebody who's got asthma? You know, if they're all of a sudden start challenging with their breathing, are you going to turn around and call them an actor? Are you going to turn around and say they're faking it? Or you're actually going to be the supportive friends that clears the way for you to be able to do what you need to do and holds the ground that no, you don't need to call an ambulance. I don't want ambulances called in every time I dislocate or sublock something, or might need to grab some ice off someone in a shop, or, you know, might need to use the toilet. He's going to get upset because he's lost his balloon. No, you caught your balloon out there. Well done. Hey, look, Shiloh, look, there's flowers. Wait until I put my phone down and I'll take you out to see the flowers. And there's another thing now. Now, the lift is closed. Now I've got to go all the way around, which is a bit of a pain in the arse. And it's like, you know, trying to get a really good support system around me so I can thrive to do what I need to do to live my life to my full potential. I know when police are going past out on the way to work, it's quite funny. There's like the renowned, it's funny. It's funny seeing police going to work around here because they have their backpack and their shoes and their trousers, but they don't have all their badge and their clips and all their cameras and everything on, or the hat. They don't do that till they get to work. So knowing I'm waving at somebody that lives in my neighbourhood that's going off to work is quite funny, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I went to the doctor, I posted it up a minute ago. There's my friend who's very high, he's running at the moment, which means someone's tried talking to him. Autistic again. So the doctor had asked for a letter and this wasn't in it. They had printed up the report from Child Protection and I needed this, proof of EDS. It's all I need because they're trying to say it's not. But then the thing is, even though they're not understanding it, so now they need to know how it affects the kids, how I regulate myself. And it's like, well, you know, there's all these different situations. We've already been through all of this and we already agreed that it was just about childcare for if I go into A&E and for my basic you know, full-time health program. It's not something you can have a day off because otherwise the EDS falls and you struggle. You know, depression, go to the gym. You got depression, go to the gym. So now there's the letter, there's the proof, and that's all this has ever been about, childcare. That's it. And that's why I lost Aaron and Faith.